How did Sunderland suddenly move ahead of Chelsea, Liverpool and Arsenal in the race for one of Europe's most exciting wingers? The answer begins with the sort of market opportunity that only sharp recruitment departments manage to identify early. Under Regis Lebris, Sunderland have positioned themselves in pole position to sign Feyenoord's rising star Anis Hadj Moussa, a player whose market value has multiplied almost 200-fold in just 2 years. This is not a random gamble. It is the result of what many inside the club now describe as Lebris' eagle vision, identifying a winger who has quietly exploded this season across every meaningful attacking metric. What was once a €100,000 prospect in Belgium is now a €20 million asset attracting attention across Europe, and Sunderland are currently the club closest to turning that rise into one of the most intriguing transfers of the summer. The numbers explain why this race has become so intense. Hadj Moussa's development at Feyenoord has not been gradual. It has been a statistical leap. Comparing his Eredivisie data over the past 2 seasons reveals a player transforming from an interesting dribbler into a complete attacking threat. His successful dribbles have increased from 1.6 per game to 2.6 per match, a huge jump that places him among the most aggressive 1-versus-1 wingers in the league. At the same time, his chance creation has grown, producing 11 big chances this season compared with 8 previously. His expected goals numbers remain strong at 3.46 compared with 3.14 last year, while his expected assists have risen from 7.29 to 8.37. Even his shot accuracy has improved, climbing from 0.7 shots on target per match to 1. The result of that statistical growth is clear on the scoreboard: 11 goals and 6 assists this season. For analysts within recruitment departments, those numbers paint a clear picture. Hadj Moussa is no longer a project. He is a winger entering the most productive phase of his career. That brings us to the most important part of the story: the negotiations. Sunderland are already in direct discussions with the representatives of Anis Hadj Moussa, and several reports now suggest the Black Cats are ahead of their Premier League rivals in the race. Feyenoord know exactly what they have and have priced the player accordingly. The Dutch club are demanding between €30 million and €35 million for the Algerian winger. For many clubs, that price may appear steep. Sunderland see it differently. They see a player whose acceleration changes matches. Algerian coach Nabil Neguez recently highlighted the detail that scouts admire most about him, explaining that his explosive first steps allow him to burst past defenders and instantly create danger in the final third. That type of pace, combined with elite dribbling numbers, is exactly the profile Sunderland believe could transform their attacking line. What makes the story even more remarkable is the path that brought him here. In 2018, Hadj Moussa was released by Lens and forced to rebuild his career from the ground up. He moved through the Belgian leagues with Olympique Charleroi and later Patro Aisden, where his market value stood at just €100,000. From that point, his rise accelerated dramatically. A loan move to Vitesse increased his profile, Feyenoord took a calculated gamble, and now he is valued at around €20 million following a breakout campaign in the Netherlands. Sunderland's recruitment team see more than just a signing here. They see an investment curve. With the 2026 World Cup approaching, and Algeria expected to include him in their plans, the club believe his value could double within the next 2 seasons. So here is the question Sunderland supporters are already debating. If the club really moves towards Feyenoord's asking price of €35 million for a player being monitored by the Premier League's biggest sides, would that represent the biggest statement of ambition in the Regis Lebris era? And perhaps more importantly, is Anis Hadj Moussa the winger capable of lifting Sunderland's attack to the next level?